I'm going to show you a quick tutorial of how I do my granny square. So I use a 4mm hook for this project, and I have Charity Ali Charity Chunky here today. And what I'm going to do is I start my granny squares with a magic circle, but you can do the chain 3 or chain 4 and do it inside of the chain, but I just like my magic circle. I prefer it. So I will start with my magic circle, and my first step I need to do is do my first chain. So it's chain 3. So this will be my first leg in my 3 double crochet cluster. So to complete the cluster, we need to do 2 more double crochets. So it's 1 double crochet within the magic circle and a second double crochet within the magic circle, and there you will have completed your first cluster of 3 double crochet legs. That chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So to move on to the next cluster, you will chain 1. I prefer to chain 1, but you can chain 2 as well, and then you can go into the magic circle once again and you can do 3 double crochets. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, with the third double crochet you have completed your second cluster, and then you will chain 1 again and just repeat the method of 3 double crochets within the granny square in the magic circle. 1, 2, 3, and there we have our third one done, and then we will do one chain and then 3 double crochet stitches inside of the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, and there we'll have 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need 4 to create your square, and then you will just chain 1 and you will slip stitch at the top of the chain 3 of your first chains that you did. And once you've done that, you will slip stitch through and you will chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Second round of granny squares to make the square bigger is that you will go into that opening. As you can see, there's the opening, there's 3 double crochets and opening. So the opening where you ended, you will do 2 double crochets within that opening. So it's 1, 2. So this is the first half of your last corner. So you will be working around and you will end up here again to finish this corner. So you had your first 3 double crochets, chain 1, and now we will do 2 pairs of cluster stitches in this next opening. So you have 1, 2, 3 legs, and then you have an opening. Then you double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then you will be chaining 2 to create that corner, and then once again in that same opening 3 double crochets once again. 1, 2, 3. From there we'll be moving on to our next corner. You have completed your first complete corner on this side. Then chain 1, and then you will be doing 3 double crochets in the next opening from your previous row. So you will have 1, 2, 3 double crochet legs, and you will have an opening there. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2 to create that corner, and then it's once again in that same stitch, same opening, 1, 2, 3 double crochets. So now I have completed a second corner. So here you have 1 completed corner, you have a second corner. Now we're doing the last corner, and then we're going to end off with this half corner so we can complete the square for the granny. So it's chain 1, and then it is 3 double crochets once again in that last opening, chain 2, double crochet once again 3 times into that opening. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, And now you have completed 3 corners of your granny square. Now we have to complete that half corner. We're going to go into the opening and we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 3. And chain 2 to create that corner, and then slip stitch at the top of the 3rd chain. And there we have completed round 2. For the 3rd round, we will now be working in the center space as well. As you can see, there is this opening. Here's one, and there's the next corner. Here's one in the middle, next corner, one in the middle, next corner, one in the middle. So you will be working 1 cluster in the middle and 2 clusters at each corner so that you can form that square of your granny square. So we're going to start with chain 3 once again, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets within this corner, within your first corner. 1, 2. From there you will now be chaining 1, and then in the next opening you will do 1 cluster of granny squares. 1, 2, 3, or double crochet legs. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's the center done. Now we're going to go for the first full corner, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to chain 2 and 1, 2, 3, all in that same corner of your granny square. Then you're going to chain 1 again, and you're going to go into the center of that next part, 3 double crochets, and then chain 1 again, and then 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet cluster stitches in this corner. 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, then chain 1 again, and moving on to the next opening. Once you have worked your way around, you have now 1, 2, 3 full corners, and now you need to finish off your half corner. You chain 1, and then you do 3 double crochet clusters. 3 legs, 1, 2, 3, into that last corner, and you chain 2 and slip stitch once again at the top of that 3rd chain. And there you have completed round 3. And as you can see with your granny square, the center pieces, or the center openings, the holes here in the center, are now duplicating. So it's getting more. So when you do your 3rd or your 4th round of granny squares, you will do the half corner here. You will do a cluster in this space, chain 1, cluster in this space, chain 1, and do your corner, and you will repeat the process around the corner till you reach your half granny square corner here, and you just complete it like I've shown you. And you can do this all around and just continue increasing your granny square till you have measured or got your size that you wanted for your blanket or whatever you are making. So yeah, this is a simple way I do my granny squares, and then I just make sure I pull this magic circle super tight, and then I would just knot it a couple of times in the back, and then just weave in the center tail away. So that is it, how I do my granny squares.